Okay, Falco, I give you control now. It?
Okay, thank you. I have it. So I'm looking forward for this game. I hope Andrii can take it back and make a tie. Let's see.
Well, if Andrii wins this one, then they're gonna go to a game 3, right?
Yes. Actually, it is also quite important game for Andrii. I mean, the whole match, because he plays against you tomorrow, right? And I mean, but if he loses this one, then he kind of needs to win every match if he wants to qualify for the playoffs.
Andrii has to win every match, you think, to qualify for the playoffs?
Yes, I think so, because usually you need like 4 wins to be able to qualify for the playoffs. I mean, 3 can sometimes be possible, but that's, I think, more rare.
Okay, and
So
right
kind
now
of need
Andrii's
4
at
wins.
1-1.
Yes, he's at 1-1.
And he's still got some, let's say, strong opponents. He's still got the 2 finalists, you and Artem, he didn't play yet.
Yes.
And yeah, he's gonna play me tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if he loses today and tomorrow, it's probably gonna be hard to make playoffs, right?
Yeah, like he would, I think, have only 30 chance, maybe not even that. So yeah, he has to win at least one of them. If he wants to
Okay,
do
at least
well.
because of our lags and stuff, he had a longer break than usual to calm himself after that first game. And I hate to say it again because we say it every time, but once again an impressive game by Ryan, right?
Yeah.
We were looking at that graph in
made
the end, and it was like there was one move where Andrii had a chance to punish, and that's it, basically.
Yes, AI Sensei told us that he was winning almost whole game, and he made a mistake in the end, but Andrii didn't punish, luckily. All right. So in this game we have the Kosomi, which I think we see in every game already. I mean, when was the last time when there was no this Kosomi in the game?
Some people still like to play the 2-space pincer, but I haven't seen anyone in our league really play that much. Yeah. I mean, those are basically... Oh, there is also the kick, which the AI very often recommends as the best move, but somehow no one likes to play it.
Yeah.
At least from the players in our league, I don't think I've seen anyone play it.
Yeah, it's not aggressive, and it usually block answers here, and I think it usually leads to a territorial game. Maybe no one likes to play that. Oh, and I think we saw also this move in the game, which Andrii also played against Ilya. But almost all the games we see this Kosomi. Wow, and they are playing really fast. So let's see. So okay, Andrii decided this time to not let White have that pincer, which I think was a good idea. Here we have already standard Joseki, which is even. But what happened here in the bottom right corner?
Someone asked, it's top 4 for the playoffs. Yes. I'm right, Falco? It's the top 4 for the playoffs?
Top 4?
Or top 3?
I think it's the top 3.
Oh, it's top 3 again.
Top 3, like last season. And then the second and the third would play semi-final, and the first one is in the final.
Yeah, so second and third play semi, and the winner of the league is gonna be already in the final. There is a newer move in the one space high pincer. Yeah, that's true. Actually, Ryan played the one space high pincer against me on one of our KGS blitzes. Maybe even twice.
Yes, he played it against me as well. So interesting that he didn't play it in this game.
You've also been playing him quite a bit on KGS, right?
Dude, I can't beat him. He's like he's water and I'm fire. It's like impossible on KGS.
What's the record
I feel
like?
I'm winning in each game. I don't know. It's like maybe I won 5 times, but he beat me like 100.
Oh damn!
Like
That's
really, it's massive.
Oh.
Okay, maybe not 100. I mean that was too much, but maybe like I don't know, 40 times he beat me, and I really beat him just not so many times.
Wow. Okay, so let's go, Andrii. Do it. Come on. Enough is enough. It was cute at first, but this cut here.
Okay.
I played this with Andrii at least twice in tournament games. This exact Joseki.
No, I didn't even know this is a Joseki.
Yeah, I think Andrii also didn't know the first time we played it, but then after we played, we reviewed it and he learned. So I hope he.
So he knows.
Yeah, but it looks like Ryan also knows. So far.
So okay, I don't know how it works so much. So
basically, what they played.
This is the Joseki, right?
Yeah.
There was not really many other options for either side. Maybe here White could have played differently, right? Maybe White could have extended.
Yeah, that's true.
Connected, probably not, because this Hana is too strong. But this one, I don't know. It looks okay to me. Yeah, but I guess this is like simpler because Black is forced to do this variation. There is no other thing he can do.
Yeah, and this Hana is also big. I think it's one of only 2 moves. It's either Hane or Keima here for Black, but you have to play.
Oh, really? So what would happen if Black, for example, take this Sansan and let's say he ends up in Gothel like this?
I don't know if there is a direct. Well, either White jumps at M6 or White goes directly for the vital point at P6.
Okay, and some fight like this, but Black's shape is not so good.
White won game 1 somehow. No, Black won game 1. They switched colors now, so this time Ryan is White, but he was Black in the game.
You're right that this move is really big.
Border of 2 Moyos.
Yes, border of 2 Moyos, and also like Black has a huge move next. Like,
yeah.
I mean, not now, but later it's gonna be so big. So actually White has to answer, but White doesn't really want to make these pushes, right?
Well, in any case, White has to get into the right side. That's probably where we're gonna see the first fight, because you can't just allow that thing to close naturally.
Yes. Wait. Okay, Black decides. White decides not to enter the right side.
Okay, and so here for me the question, I wouldn't go for the top left for sure, but for me the question would be, do I turn at L6 or do I try to enclose it somehow?
Were you thinking like L6 or, for example, here?
Yeah, maybe something like this.
I would also be considering this move, but maybe this is
That's very thick.
too soft. I don't know. But I would probably play this one, L6. And if white plays here, for example, then I don't really mind. I would just play this. Is it that bad?
I don't think black's bad at all. It's just that for black, he has to be careful. I mean, white also has to be careful, but with the invasion on the right side, if black doesn't gain many points, then this game, he can easily find himself short because white already has 3.5 corners.
Yeah, that's right. Maybe black thought that white should, or white would normally answer, and then this might be a good exchange. This I think I can agree with, that this is a good exchange.
Okay.
And then probably black wouldn't have continued, but he would have played here. But we already learned that a long time ago that this move is not center anymore. It used to be, but it never is. I really wonder how that changed so quickly. You know, like I used to be taught that this move you have to answer.
Well, we still used to tenuki this relatively often, I'd say. It's not that rare.
Yes, but nowadays I feel like it's much more rare to answer than to
that's
not
true.
answer.
Oh, but there is something
we had a fight.
Interesting going on.
Yeah.
This p15, it's the right move? Because when I'm watching...
I was wondering.
Yeah, usually here, right?
Yes, I thought so. And I think especially that white has already this Keima. Because if white didn't have the Keima, okay, then white plays like this. But if white has the Keima, I mean, would you want to play here now?
Yeah, it's a bit less efficient.
Not really, right? And that's what it would end up. I mean, maybe white could also make this exchange, but I don't think it makes much of a difference, right?
Yeah, and in any case, there is a leftover at n16.
For black, right?
Yeah.
Like here and here.
So, do you think Andrii's move in the game is overplay?
That was my first feeling, that it's an overplay. But I guess it's not gonna be a bad move. If we'll check it later with AI Sensei, I think he's gonna say it's okay.
Okay.
But what I think, I just saw the real game, and I think that this move, the AI Sensei might tell us is bad. The P18. What do you think?
Well, it's not a question of whether I'm loving this for black. It's the question of what else is black gonna do here. After white t14, it doesn't seem easy to live even on the right for black.
So how about just playing, I would say normal.
What is t13 now?
T13 is, I mean, wait, like white can locally play this, right? And kill, but in Gote. So black will leave because of the cut. So white has to, if black plays this way, then white has to connect somehow the cut, maybe exchange this first and then connect the cut, but then black can leave easily. And then I think white has to leave somehow, and black can play this move. This is what I thought was the black continuation. And I don't know, get something like this.
Looks reasonable
But
for
maybe
black.
it's too...
You
But on the
think
other
it's
hand,
soft?
maybe it's not so big to cut this stone.
Yeah, but
Maybe
white's
I
still
thought
not
at first.
alive. I mean, you can attack white first and then go back to get this also.
Yes, I mean, yes, you can also, after white makes here, you can peep. Maybe you can even play here. So white would be kind of in trouble like this, right?
Yeah, I wonder what was Ryan's plan against this attach and descend. Maybe the Kema is the shape to connect instead of 6?
Kema here.
Yeah, then at least you're going out more once black.
Yes, you're going out more, but on the other hand, you have some weakness like this, which might help black. We can kind of, well, we cannot imagine this Atari, it's not center. So, but I mean, like, if white is going for the kill, then we have this move. And black would be connected.
This is the kind of fight which I'm really scared of in a 30-second game because it's so easy to just lose the game here.
Yeah, but I would feel much better with black. Because, like, if white dies inside, then I think it's GG.
Really? I
But
feel
if
better
white
as
is
white.
inside, really?
Because of I feel it's the other way around. If white dies inside, it's still fine. But if black
Really,
doesn't kill, then it's over.
Oh, even after black got this 016.
And white's gonna have to go back and answer that, yeah. Of course, if you die with no compensation, it's gonna be bad for you, I think. Usually you should get something when you die. But Andrii is going for this ko, right?
Yes, Andrii is going for the ko. So he's going to play this, right? But
what's the ko threat?
Well, what is white going to play? Maybe white is going to block. And then black has to start the ko. And where is his ko threat?
Capture 2 stones.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so if white answer, then I guess this is good enough for black.
Yeah, this should be good for sure.
But what if white plays here? Does white have any ko threat? Not really, so he has to play this one. And you would get a result like this. And I'm not sure if this is... I mean, it's probably good for black, right?
I'm not sure.
What? I'm just checking the game, and Andrii didn't go for this. He went for T13.
What?
Why? I mean, why would you go for T13? I mean, okay, you can go for T13 if you want, but don't exchange this, no?
Yeah, I mean that exchange makes no sense. If you're not gonna play the ko, then you're just... I mean, it's not the points which you mind losing there. It's the fact that you're making white alive.
Yeah, and you also lose the opportunity to be able to play here.
One eye center for you also as black.
So I don't know what.
But does it actually change something? Like,
Does it change something? Well, I wonder. So if white answer, let's say here, is it a gain? Is the exchange a gain?
if they play the call the same way, you mean? And
Like the purpose is. What is the purpose? Like,
well, it's not definitely not a gain for black, right?
yeah.
This
Now it's
exchange,
not.
one for A for B is
A for
definitely
B.
bad. Okay.
So I wonder why he played. So maybe he would continue, or maybe he would play a different call thread now and not push. But I don't know, play here. I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out why he played there.
Well, they both spent a lot of time. The game's actually like we're almost. No, we're not almost. We are with the up to date with the actual game. And yeah, they basically used all of their main time for just this corner. It will be interesting maybe to ask them what they were reading here after the game. Sorry about that. Let me mute that.
So Ryan decided to play this Hana.
Yeah, this move also eliminates the ko. Plus take a
Yes.
liberty from black. And black has, I think, only S11 or S10 as choices here.
Yeah. And sadly, this is a bad exchange for B.
Well, it kind of made white play this T17, so in that sense maybe it was kind of a bait. Because I don't think
Okay.
white would have played T17 otherwise.
So if black played here, white would have played where?
S10?
But he would have still answered the same, no? Like he would still cut. So I think he wouldn't play there.
I don't think it actually matters. It only matters in the context of confusing your opponent.
Yes,
someone in the chat says maybe that was the goal, and it kind of worked. At least it made Ryan use all of his time.
Yeah, actually, time is very important in these games. Like if you are in Biomi, it's much worse than if you still have even like 2 minutes.
Yeah, like that first game from our match, right?
Yeah.
Where I heard the interview later, and they asked you, why did you play this move? Is it some move you prepared? And you were like, oh no, it's probably bad, but he didn't have any time left and it's really complicated. So I thought, I mean, it worked. So
yeah,
no arguments there.
Yeah, but if you had a lot of time, then I probably wouldn't play that move because, yeah, I knew it's not ideal.
Yeah, but I think Ryan is one of the players. I didn't get so much the sense from him that he's a player who has time trouble. I think maybe me, like I prefer slower games, so sometimes in Biomi I can make more silly mistakes, but I didn't get that from Ryan.
Yeah, he seems to be fine. Always not playing, bad moves under time pressure. You're right.
Small question.
I see some.
Oh, sorry, you go ahead first.
Yeah, I see some ko in the game. Maybe you can answer the small question first, if there is, or ask like a small question.
Someone asks about AI Sensei. Can I analyze custom variations with it? In the game I played A, AI recommends B, but can I evaluate what if I played C? I'm not 100% sure, but I don't think that's an option. Because it already does all the calculations before, and then it gives you the game like ready with the calculations. So if you're adding new stuff, I don't think it's still analyzing more moves in real time. Maybe someone who knows a bit more can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's not an option. Anyway, back to the game. What's this score? Now it's looking not so easy for white as well.
Yes, it's not. So I guess white wanted to save these stones, and he thought that none of like playing here actually helps him. So he wants to use this center to cut this way.
Yeah, so because one is center, he has that core on the outside. But it's not easy to... I mean, he played one threat in the game, and I think he has one more. But that's it, right? He doesn't have an additional threat after that. Or, oh, is he going to play S12 to get an additional core threat? T12, sorry.
Wait, T12, wait. So let's suppose black would take.
Yeah.
So if white plays here, he would have one more core threat, that's true.
Not really, because now black just plays Q11 and it's game over.
Yes, black can play Q11, but actually this way, white will get a move somewhere else. Like, white will, I don't know, maybe get to kill this one on the bottom.
Yeah,
I wonder if black can play
best
better.
white can get is maybe like penetrating at D7, C7.
But maybe this will be better for black, I think. And white plays this core threat, black takes, and black wins the core this way. I think this would be the best.
Yeah, that way
white,
black wins the core plus totally destroys the outside. Yeah, in that sense, now that we look at it like this, I'm thinking that black not capturing in the game was a mistake.
Black not capturing in the game.
I mean, black playing
here at hard 12. Yes, I also think so. I think it was definitely a mistake because now black already play a move and it's still core for white.
Yeah, so now it's lighter for white to die.
Yes, if white dies, now this move marked with the triangle is useless. Completely useless. Maybe it says 1 point.
Maybe it loses 1 point.
It doesn't say. No, it doesn't lose 1 point because later white could play D12 in any game. But yeah, I mean it's a completely useless stone.
Yeah, that's an uncharacteristic. Oh, that's hard to pronounce. That's an uncharacteristic mistake from Andrii, I think. He's actually usually considered a strong fighter and good at core and stuff. So I'm surprised he played what I consider a slack move here. I mean, taking the core is obvious.
Like, how can you not take the core? Like, okay, if white plays here, then the next move you take and it's better already, right? I mean, and taking is a horrible move, of course, but you can. So I don't understand why not take, right?
Okay, so let's move the discussion to how many points does it lose? When we check with AI Sensei after the game, it's gonna be like, is it a -5 or a -20?
Well, I think it's going to be above the threshold of 6, but I don't think it's gonna be too much. My guess is like 8, 9 points.
Okay, that's not
What do
so
you
bad.
think?
I think it would be around the same as one pass. So it would be interesting to compare it.
No,
It would be interesting to compare it with like A1. No, I'm kidding, but we will see.
I think this rule is like cannot be a pass.
But overall, the situation is not bad for Black, right? Still, like even if we count it as
I don't
actually
know
take
anymore.
Ko
I
is
don't know.
worse. What? No way.
I don't believe.
I don't
Okay.
believe. I don't believe. We need to get someone else here for the to explain it to us, because I also don't understand how can it possibly be worse. But yeah, let's keep focus on the game for now.
Okay. So White created some huge Ko threat there. Now he is going to have to give it up. I mean, probably White is going to play here.
And Black has no choice now. There is no code threat for Black.
But Black will play here and
This
huge. That's even bigger. Wow. So White, I think this would be a disaster for White. So White cannot do that. So White has to accept this. But wait, what happened here? So White cut here, and Black decide to Tenuki.
Tenuki there.
Tenuki there.
Tenuki there. Wow.
So if he Tenuki'd here, he would have just lost the ball like this. Something like this. And he would have not gained on the top side because he cannot take anything there. So that's why he decided to Tenuki to that cut.
Actually, go back a bit to that sequence. If you gave Atari to 3 stones first, then it was working.
If I gave Atari
like under 7 at L13.
L13. I gave Atari here.
Yeah.
So White takes here on the bottom. Here, and here.
Yeah, this is 2 ladders, right?
Yes, so White has to take and Black takes the ladder. But White lives on the top.
Yeah, those 2 stones are not absolutely...
They're not so important.
Okay.
Yeah, so I guess that's why he cut. But I still think that White gained. White gained for sure, right? Because Black won the call.
Yeah, Black still won. Black still won the same call which he was. I mean, Black was always gonna win this call. It's just a question of what does the board look like at the end, and now somehow like Black won the call, but White has a much better shape on the top.
Yeah, White made a super strong shape and super solid, and also on the bottom, like White get to Atari here at P7. How painful is that?
On like a scale of 1 to 10, it's 6.5.
Call me. I think it's just on a scale by words, like super painful.
It's like something
Because
between
the
mosquito bite and woman giving birth.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Yeah, and now it's
Oh, no, it's
starting. It's starting to look more and more clear that actually, what did Black get from this call?
Yeah,
Total, the right side is not big. Like the right side is still just 20, maybe 25, if you spend moves to capture those stones. And there is a group in the middle for Black to think of now.
Yeah, it definitely looks bad for Black. Wait, I would also like to go back to here and ask you a question. Would you make this exchange like this for this 2 for 3 is a good exchange for Black?
I think never. I mean, the only question is the only question is if you exchange elf. I mean, the other Atari, or if you play nothing.
Yeah, I also think so. Like this can cannot be good. All right, but I guess it's not that significant.
Okay, so White continues to play light here. He gave up 3 stones. He couldn't connect, right? There was, if he connected, then Black could have cut, and
Yes.
It's not really manageable.
Yes, the problem is that Black will play here, and now he will have to give up these 3. And it's not really manageable. But still complicated, actually.
I think Black could, instead of 4, play at 5.
Instead of 4, play at 5.
Well, now White might live inside. Yeah, you're right.
But maybe he
now,
could
yeah.
play here and then cut. Maybe White would play here and Black takes. Complicated still, but I think it's understandable that White didn't want to enter this complication and instead just play simple. Give up those 3 stones.
Yeah, that's quite fitting of Ryan's style. When he thinks he's ahead, he's good at playing quite calm. The simplifying, I think, one of his stronger traits.
Yes, he's very good at it. For example, for me it is really hard to simplify a game, but Ryan seems to know to do it. White tries to save those 5 stones and kill Black center.
That's...
Wow.
That worked. That's such a cool move. The only possible counter is R10. Does it work?
R10. So black push.
No, doesn't work. Okay. Nice
Doesn't
move
work.
by Andrii.
Nice. Could he play it right away?
Maybe that exchange is good anyway. But yeah, I think White was thinking that if he connects those stones, then the black big stick in the middle will have to run. That would have been a disaster if black has to start living with that. It's gonna make the whole top into points.
And since black made this beautiful exchange, it would have been super hard to run also. So yeah, luckily black could connect.
The chat is saying there was no Q10 is cool, but actually you could just Atari.
Atari and throw in and get a.
Yeah. So unnecessarily cool, but still cool. Good for style points.
And he surely knows how to confuse. Maybe he confused Ryan as well.
Yeah, this way Ryan will spend more time reading this variation.
Yes, but on the other hand, maybe also Andrii used more time to read this variation. But yeah, it's for sure cool. Okay, but how is the game point-wise? Did you have time to count?
Well, that top is big.
That I agree.
How's that counting for you? I feel like black's right side is not so big. So
yeah, it's super small actually.
Instinct goes for my instinct says white, but let's see. I'm gonna try to count more accurately right now. But also in the middle, white is super thick, so I assume some more invisible points are gonna show up there for him.
Yeah, I also feel like I feel like white is leading a lot. Like my instinct says is like between 10 and 20 points. Because the right side got shrinked so much, and the only real territory which black has is on the left. But it's not as big as the top. So yeah. But it would be nice to know a more accurate count. So
I'm getting 80 for black, including the captures.
I count. Wait. Like here. I count 56. Wait, including the captures?
Yeah.
So one more capture at R18. So okay, 57. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Here for white is 10. Okay, now clear points for black. So here we have how much? Yeah, 32. Right side.
Wait, you deleted the previous ones.
Did I?
Yeah, now we just see a 2. A big 2 on the left.
I see. Really? I see it all. I don't know.
It's probably because it's on a different move, the review tool. Okay, but
Okay,
overall,
wait, so I'm good.
I mean, I think you also were a bit generous to black. Like when you were counting the white top, you only counted a bit less than 60, but more realistically, that's,
Yeah.
I think it's 70, right?
Yeah, I mean, I only counted like here,
Yeah, there's probably 10 more points in the
56.
middle, at least. Around 10 more, yeah.
Yeah, there's some points here, which is a mystery. And so this was like 32. And so this is 3 points. And here the right side for black is maybe like what, 35?
Yeah.
So black has
70 total?
70 and white has, yes, 70 total, and white has 66 plus some mystery points in the center, but it's at least 10 points for sure. And we also have, let's say, a neutral area here where it needs to get like 20 points to win. So yeah, that's how the game is.
Yeah, overall, to sum up this whole, because you got a very nice drawing. I hope someone screenshots this and be like, what are we supposed to understand from this? I'm not sure. The point is,
Right.
the point is, it's hard. I mean, it's really tough for black to win from here. It looks like he went for a simple game. He just let white have the top, even though actually it was really hard to do anything about the top for black, right?
Yeah, it was.
Maybe not C17.
Maybe you went like there. C17.
Yeah, maybe you should invade
So
the
double
top
approach,
instead. Yeah, double approach.
but that looks
It's for
like a
sure more
lot.
chance.
So if white plays here, take the corner.
It's already better, I think, isn't it?
Maybe.
We can dream about making life now on the top.
Yeah,
There
we
is
can
a
dream,
hope.
but can we? Maybe, yes, maybe it's better.
Don't make
But I
fun
don't
of
think it's gonna be a
Pavel's art.
mistake.
You don't think Sansan can be a mistake?
I don't think it can be a mistake, realistically.
I mean, okay, the AI is not gonna say it was a mistake, but in a real game, you have to also consider your opponent's mentality. If you play like this, now the top is not invadable.
Yeah.
So, what to do?
Hmm.
At least in the other
Yeah,
sequence, you can make some complication, fight for the top.
Yes, but I think it's just, I don't know, it's just my feeling that it's worse. Like, but yeah, I agree. I agree. It turned out that it was not enough for black, so he definitely should have tried something. But I'm not sure if at this point it's possible to see that if you just play here and white, just defend, that it's enough for him.
Yeah, because the problem isn't locally, the problem is what happened on the right side. Maybe we even
Yeah, that's the biggest
underestimated
problem.
how bad it was because it became so
I
small for
didn't.
black.
I think. Yeah, but it was really bad for sure.
You didn't underestimate. You already knew it was super bad before.
Yeah, but I mean, when black played here, it's like so for white. I mean, he can even.
What? Wait, which one is here? We
Yeah,
can
I
see.
mean this.
Ah,
R12. Wait. R12 was so bad. I think white could. I think even just play here and whatever threat like here, and I think it's already good for white. because R12 is almost like a pass, which you said. Wait, so looking at the game, I just want to see, because last game we thought it's over and then there was a chance.
So this time we can't miss the chance.
Yeah, so let's see if there is a chance. What happened here? So black couldn't play J4 because white would play here. And if black didn't take a liberty, then he would have lost by 1 liberty. Okay, so then H1 makes sense. But black didn't get the 20 points which he said he needed to make.
Yeah, black even lost some points on the left.
Yes. So black now needs a miracle to kill something. And he tries with this move, G14. What are the chances to succeed here?
I think better than any other move on the board. But why this push?
That's for sure.
Why not go out?
Go out. So white would play here, right?
Yeah.
And here.
Yeah.
And here. And that's it.
Wait, but without that push, without L13.
I don't think it matters. So I think white still plays the same. And I think you have to play here at J10. Wait. Aha, but now... Now it's... something.
Now it's something, but this 8 is weird. I don't think you need 8. You can play just 8. You can play 1 to the right.
Oh wait, I don't need to play 8. No.
Just play
to
at
the right.
J9.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay, and then we break through again and play here, and the variation finished. Okay. So yeah, but I think white played maybe even simpler. Just connect.
Okay, so I think it's safe to call it. It's another 2-0 for Ryan, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Well,
I agree with you.
Here is white gonna die.
No.
No? Wait.
Wait. Can he become greedy? Oh, wait. No. So in the center, nothing works, right? I mean, there is this bamboo, but white can just cut. So in the center, nothing works. So black has to kill this group, but it's not possible. Maybe if white didn't play c3 would be the chance, and black would be able to play c3. Right?
This is still...
I think...
this way it's a call.
I mean, it's...
I would have totally lost this game here.
But I don't think Ko helps you, because white has like 10,000 couplets and black has not so many.
Well, it's still nice
maybe.
that you don't even make the mistake, even though it probably wouldn't matter in this case.
Wait, did Black find something?
No, it's still the same.
Oh no, it's still the same. I thought about the fake Suji here. You know,
Yeah.
and then okay, but White could still live in Sente.
Why does every variation we check end up being bad?
Yeah.
Okay, so are we back to saying that it's game over?
Yes.
Confirmed this time? Final answer.
No. It's not over till it's over.
Yeah, I remember also in your game against Ryan, you were like trying till the very end.
Yeah, and I almost managed. I was surprised that there was something in his territory. But no, it was too hard.
Yeah, and the margin is pretty big. So this means Ryan is now 3 from 3.
Yes.
Does that mean he's locked for playoff?
I think not sure. I think he needs to win one more and then it's quite safe.
Okay, and he still has to play me, Ilya, and Tanguy.
Yes.
Was still a little bit. There is still a final boss with Ilya, who beat him in the transatlantic. But if he wins that, I was thinking if there was something against this group. There was nothing anyway.
No.
Yeah, I think Andrii just resigned.
Yeah, it's official now. So let's put the game to AI Sensei.
Yeah, this time just a resign, not the time resign. And well, there was a. What do you think? Was there a tougher fight in the first game or the second game from Andrii?
The first game, I think this game was better from Andrii, but I think the R12 was the biggest mistake he made, and it was too hard after that.
Okay, so I'm gonna switch us over to the AI Sensei. Once again, guys, we are trialing a sponsorship with AI Sensei, this website you see right here, for the next few streams. And I'll show you how to use it. You just go in, make an account. You can make a free account as well. Press upload game, drag and drop, very simple. Upload. Takes a few moments to analyze the game, but once it's done, you don't have to fiddle with anything anymore. And maybe we'll get Ryan here also. Ask him if he wants to chat with us. Although it's getting hard to just ask him like, how does it feel to win again? I want to interview him after a loss. But yeah, maybe he'll join us for the review.
Yeah, he just keeps winning and winning.
Don't worry, man. I'm still on the bench. Like I'm sending all of you guys as a warm up to see if he's worthy, and then I'm gonna show him who's the boss. or eat my words. Who's on Skype? Okay, he's gonna join us for the review.
Cool.
Yeah, meanwhile, it's done analyzing, so we can start. I don't think it's still analyzing. I'm worried that it's my internet lagging. That if it does lag, at least we managed to finish the game first. Before people start tuning out, after the review, we will be done for today. I want to remind you guys that if you want to support this league project and you want to keep us going, you can support us on Patreon or make a one-time donation using PayPal or credit card. You can also find all previous matches from this season, at least, on our YouTube channel if you want to check out the previous games. Did I forget anything? Oh yeah, next week for our Patreons, which maybe forgot or didn't see, next week is gonna be our first simultaneous game, where one of the pros is gonna play with a bunch of our Patreon subscribers. And at least for the first time, like for the first simultaneous game, it's gonna be on stream. Those of you who are already our subscribers and wish to play, check out the post there and register for it. I'll give Ryan a call now. Hey Ryan.
Hey.
Hey guys, how's it going?
It's going good. I mean, I want to have a chance to interview other people as well, but it's not so nice to interview the loser. So I guess you're back here again.
Gonna interview yourself tomorrow, next time?
Can you what?
I think you're gonna interview yourself next time. Aren't you
Wait.
playing?
I'm playing Andrii tomorrow, and
Oh, you're.
I have to make it look at least as easy as you made it look today, because at least during the
Really?
first game, man, during the first game, I don't know if you checked, but we're reviewing with this AI Sensei website, and there was basically like, okay, up until move 20, it was an even game, then you got a lead, and there was exactly one move where he had a chance for the whole game.
I actually wasn't very happy with either of these games. I made a lot of mistakes, I feel. For the first game, you mentioned that
Yeah, I'm gonna
Black was
open it
ahead
here.
for most of the game, but that one mistake could have cost the whole game, and it was a relatively easy life and death.
So did you realize when you played here that he could kill?
I realized immediately after playing that it was dead.
Yeah, and actually me and Pavel were looking at it, and it's such a simple tsumego once you like.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be so easy, but
then in 30 seconds, it's not so easy, I guess.
Mm.
yeah, and I mean, well, it's always possible to make a blunder, but otherwise, you can see here as well. The graph tells a pretty one-sided story, I think. What do you think about Andrii in general? Did you play him before, or was this your first games together?
I think it was my first game against him. He's very aggressive. I feel he's definitely likes to fight a lot. He has pretty strong reading. For the first game in the upper right corner, my second line attachment was pretty impulsive, and I think he almost caught me there. But then I don't think he should have gave up on the co.
Wait, you're talking about the first game?
Yeah, the first game. Is there any way I can see your review or?
You can see it on the stream, but it might be a bit behind. So let me send you this.
It's not behind actually.
Well, best is probably if you see it on the stream because I'm jumping between windows. But this is the first game.
Okay. Yeah.
But you just see the game. You don't see what I'm clicking.
I can go to your review, I guess.
I don't know because I don't have a review open now. This is just the normal game.
Oh, okay.
But you're talking about the first line co in the upper right, the first corner, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that one.
So you think he shouldn't have gave up?
Move 55. I thought that was pretty impulsive. I definitely should have considered other variations first, because it was a big commitment move, and I had a lot of time. I think at that point.
Oh, this attachment under, you think? Well, that's actually a normal move, right? So maybe other options were what, to attach and kill the corner?
Maybe S18.
Okay. But does white get to cover in Sente on the outside then, or is it still? That's still Gote for white, huh?
I think Q13 is Gote now after S17.
Okay, so the first move is not Sente, but the next moves are.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that last mistake was pretty pointless. Getting that endgame move, I knew I was ahead, but I don't like to retreat in the endgame, so it's like a habit move, and I misread at first, and then I should have verified it before playing there. So that was a very sweaty moment. Good thing it was the first game, not the second or third game, because that would have ended poorly.
Yeah, and especially after leading for the whole game, to lose on something like that would have been maybe a little bit tilting. But let's talk a bit about the second game, the game we just watched. And maybe you can look on the stream to see where I'm looking on the review.
But it's on the last move. It says control pass to Palco.
No, it's not on OGS. It's on the stream itself on Twitch.
Oh, okay. So I go on the Twitch channel and I mute that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we had some more tech issues than I would like today. But yeah, fortunately we got to watch both games. And this one looks like it was even for much longer, just judging by the graph. And also looking at do you have it open? Like, I sorted by mistakes over 5 points this time, and I only got 4 results. So...
It's not many.
I'm in a Popeyes commercial, so it's gonna take a bit.
Alright, Americans have to watch commercials when they open Twitch. That's...
Yeah, just 10 more seconds.
Okay, but meanwhile, me and Palco. So up to here, we said everything was basically Joseki. That's why there is very little deviation. The game is totally even. And move. Okay, so move 65 was the first move we thought maybe was a mistake, but like you mentioned, Palco, it's not. The AI at least doesn't seem to think it's a mistake. It actually thinks black has a very, very tiny lead at this point. And here, even this move it didn't think was a mistake.
73.
Yeah, we're looking at move 73, the Hane in the top right corner, Ryan.
Yeah, I think that was a good move.
Oh, you thought so? We were quite skeptic of it in the game because it's quite a damaging exchange, right?
So I thought black would push at 018 after I cut, and
yeah, that was the variation we were looking at as well. So push and then make the call. And what was your plan here? Block at n18?
I was planning on cutting in the move that I played, like Q5 or N5.
Without? You mean after the call starts or directly?
Right now.
Oh, I see. Interesting.
Before starting the call.
I think instead of 5, just cutting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not so easy to answer this 5, but it can be a damaging exchange, right? So that still would have been really complicated. And during the review, me and Palco were thinking that 73 could be a minus, but yeah, the AI doesn't agree. It thinks it's the optimal move.
And 75.
This one was a bit weird. So here it thinks there's a small spike for white.
Oh, really?
Yeah, this mistake is black loses 5 points with this move. So let me just check what it wanted to do instead. Yeah, it wanted to play what we said basically, to push and threaten the core. And like you mentioned, white doesn't start the core directly, but plays elsewhere on the right. Yeah, a totally different game would emerge. But overall, still an even situation, I guess.
Very difficult game to control.
But doesn't it feel like T13 is the kind of move which, just by feeling, is a bit slow? Oh, well, you followed it up with a mistake as well, it seems. So, what were we saying in the game, Palco? We wanted to play at B?
Yes, we were thinking to play B.
This 7. So, in the game we were thinking to play like this, and then black is forced to start the core. Black's only core threat is here, right?
The wedge.
The wedge or the push, and then
probably push better.
Yeah, then white is gonna pierce through, black takes, and this was one result we thought maybe possible in the game.
Too much territory for black.
Oh, you think black is good like this?
I don't like the outside though. There's N15.
Yeah. I was also just thinking during the game we didn't think about it, but actually there is still a problem here. So
yeah.
In retrospect, it does feel like this would have been better for black. But it doesn't like the Hane. Okay. It does like this sequence. Starting the call like this.
To be honest, I was a bit stuck during the game. I had no idea what to do. And I felt starting the ko was the only plausible.
Okay, and here,
That made
yes,
sense.
we had a big debate during the review, and also people in the chat were saying like it's actually not a bad move, but this 89, I mean this.
Yeah, I think 89 is a big mistake. It doesn't finish the ko. So I felt ahead after Black played this move actually.
Yeah, and here we can see what it wanted to do.
Take, of course.
Yeah. Yeah, I was expecting this.
Wow. Well, it still fights, but this is a much more tough life for white than in the game, right? Because this way you're forced to save, but in the game you manage to become light and you could just sack that group, which
Right.
solved a big problem for you.
Yeah.
But yeah, the thing about this move is, I mean, if it was a 5-second blitz, he would have taken the ko, right? You have to basically trick yourself into not taking the ko.
Yeah, I think it's it's a bit slow since it doesn't threaten to finish it, to finish the ko.
But surprisingly, it shows that Black is still winning.
Until here, Black was still. I mean, before that mistake at R12, you can see the spike. Black is much more ahead. Before that, Black is ahead 7 points, and after that, it's just 2. So it was sort of back to even. And yeah, this move was a little bit bad. Oh, but this is surprising here. So, what did you think here during the game? Did you feel like you were ahead, or?
I thought I was ahead.
Me too.
Both of us. We thought you were super ahead. That's why I'm shocked to see that it's actually totally even now. Maybe does it see something we don't?
So I think that when Black gave up the upper side, I think Black should have played like F17 later on. I thought that was a big mistake, invading at 3-3 on the upper left. I think it was a 2 textbook move.
Oh, that's actually very satisfying for me to hear, because I had this exact argument with Pavel where I was saying that you can't invade at 3-3 there because it makes the position too simple for white. So we'll fast forward through this fight a bit.
Maybe D18 for Black or something.
Yeah, actually, I gotta give props to Andrii. We thought here that the result is pretty bad for Black, but actually, you can see over here that many of the moves Black played were exactly the moves the AI wanted to play.
Oh, I thought I made a huge mistake here. L8. That was too simple. I think I should have jumped instead of playing L8.
The AI does think that is a mistake, but it's a 3-point mistake. Let's see what it thinks instead. So it wants to play this jump at N10, yeah.
Yeah. I realized immediately that I couldn't connect the 5 stones back.
Yeah. With N10, you either finish in Sente or if Black, like, I mean, now it's much more dangerous for black because, like you said, you can connect those stones back, and that would turn black's center group into a big pile of garbage.
Yeah.
But that's not an easy move to see. And anyway, it thinks you lost only 3 points with this missing this jump. Back to 5. Okay, so fast forward. Yeah, like expected, the AI doesn't think 3-3 is a mistake. But I'm more surprised that our judgment was so off. We thought white was really comfortable here.
Yeah.
But it turns out that's not the case.
I think we typically overvalue thickness. And I think this might be a good example since black has all territory and white only has influence.
But black doesn't have that much, right? I mean, the reason why we thought this was good for white, is that black only ended up getting, what is it, like 35 on the right side?
Yeah, that's what we counted, 35.
But probably if we think about it again, then white doesn't have much except the top as well, so.
So where does this AI think that black went wrong if they thought that before this it was an even game?
Well, it thinks there are a bunch of small mistakes, like extend here loses 3.5 points, and then answering here loses another 3 points. I can set the threshold lower so it shows us the sequences. Yeah, first of all it wanted to play Hane, and this actually in retrospect I find surprising that Andrii doesn't play Hane here because like you mentioned, he's an aggressive player. He's not typically the player to really yield in those situations. So for him, probably he felt he was ahead.
Oh yeah, that's right. White made so many points in the center out of nothing, right? It was like 20 points there, and black gained nothing for it.
Yeah, comparatively, I mean, actually that's quite a big mistake. And then I want to see what it thinks. This was small, so black should tenuki here. And either play, I guess this B is more interesting. So black should reduce the middle first. And then slide in the bottom left.
Wow,
yeah.
I would have definitely captured the corner.
Me too.
But actually you didn't need to play that Hane, right? Because if you don't play there, it's not like, so if you take the slide, let's say, it's not like black can play this because it's gote, right? I mean, he can play it, but it's gote.
Yes, not that big if it's gote.
So probably white is going to get that move anyway.
8 points reverse that. I think I thought it was pretty big, so. Yeah, perhaps it's still early at this point, but I thought it was Sente for me, so I just wanted to get rid of it so I don't forget. Yeah, I didn't even consider black not answering at B17.
Yeah, and suddenly, like now, there hasn't been any other mistakes, but now white is ahead by Komi. But I think for white to only be ahead by Komi, black still has to play a pretty good sequence on the bottom side. Like what he did in the game wasn't so. I don't think that was such a big success. Oh wait, now it wants to move in the middle. Yeah, that's interesting because he tried this in the game. Like he tried to save, to mess around in the center, but he only did it a little bit too late, when there was already nothing that could be done. But if he went earlier, then maybe he could get some advantage there.
Yeah, that center seems like a lot of points Black can save there.
I thought the center was pretty safe. Maybe I was wrong.
I mean, even in the game, there was a tiny scare in the center. Nothing real, of course. But if he went a bit earlier, when there were a few less stones, maybe a chance there. Yeah, and after the bottom left is settled, now it thinks white is ahead by over 10 points. So now the game is pretty much over. It also shows in the graph. It doesn't seem to think black has much chance anymore. Well, let me see what's that last spike over here. 7-point mistake. Okay. So what should black have played? Aha, so if black played here, it was actually a call.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Another one of my terrible moves. I also caught that right after I played it.
Yeah, in the game we saw. I was also talking to Pavel that I mean, you realized it here, and I was telling Pavel, yeah, that I would have just automatically answered this move, and well, we weren't sure if ko is enough for black to win at this point, but it definitely would have made it much more scary for white. So at least you caught it immediately. There was, again, same like the first game, a chance for one move where black could take advantage. But yeah, it's not easy to see this. It's not easy to see this kind of Atari. And anyway, the AI thinks that even with this score, white is still going to win the game.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of local co-threats for white. So, and on the other hand, black doesn't have too many threats.
Yeah.
Okay, after this, not much to be said. Yeah, and in the end, white is ahead actually by 20. So we can see how we thought it was just a bad position for black from the start, but it was actually the second part of the game where black slowly bled out more and more points. That's a bit unexpected to me.
To me as well.
Yeah. Same.
I guess it's like you said that the AI is much better at taking advantages of any small hole in the thickness.